Hi, I'm Jon Levey with Peter Bodo for Tennis.com's U.S. Open Report. Pete, men's final, got pushed to a Monday for the first time in 21 years. That final in '87 was Lendl versus Wilander, at the time the longest U.S. Open final in men's history. Didn't really happen that way today, did it?
No, I guess they figured out to make up for it this time around, but it was pretty quick and it was pretty ugly. Look, you had to sympathize with Murray in this situation. First Grand Slam final. He's playing a guy who's going for his fifth, and as Murray himself said in the presentation ceremony afterwards, perhaps the greatest player of all time. You know, you could really tell that Murray wasn't on top of the situation. He was with the situation. I mean, he played a pretty solid match, but you know, he didn't have real command of things out there. You could tell because there were a couple of very key points here where he could have challenged and he didn't. And you even looked at him afterwards and thought, well, maybe you could have challenged that, and that's what he's thinking. And a couple of other things, you know, his serve kind of deserted him this time. He really needed to serve pretty well to have a chance with Federer, but he was down around 56%, I think, and that just wasn't going to get it done today.
He had a 6-2, 7-5, 6-2 score. Murray obviously started out really tight, didn't look good, but he did have a shot in that second set. What was the turning point?
Well, you know, it was kind of funny. You felt in that fifth game of the second set, Federer serving, you felt that Roger was a little bit shaky there. He's a little bit hesitant on the shots. Murray was playing pretty well. Murray jumps out to a love 40 lead on Federer's serve, and you think, okay, if Murray wins this game, he's back in this match big time. As it turned out, there were a couple of those calls I mentioned before, they went Federer's way. Federer fought his way back. It took him a couple of ad points, but he got that game, and really that really was the crux of it. After that, Murray was not quite the same player.
This is Federer's fifth straight U.S. Open title, his 13th overall Grand Slam title. Looking at the whole season, I know a lot of people were down on him, saying that he didn't have a great year, but he did win this Slam. He got the two other finals. Djokovic took the Australian, Nadal the middle two, now Federer. What does this say about the state of the men's game?
Well, you know, Roger Federer said it best in a presentation ceremony. He said, and this is typical gracious Roger Federer, he said, the game has never been in a better place. We got a lot of good young guys right behind me, and they're good sports, and he's loving playing on a tour. You know, that was a very heartfelt thing that he said. I thought it was really important for the fans to kind of know that, because tennis, especially in the U.S., because the lack of American players, you know, people perceive the game as a little bit in trouble. It's not. You know, the game is in great shape, and you've got not just the guys at the top here, with Murray inserted now in that big four, Murray, Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic, but you've also got a bunch of young guys coming up. You've got the Cilices, you've got the Gulbises, you've got the Del Potros. So I think we're in great shape, and they all shouted from the rooftops.
So that wraps up our coverage of the 2008 U.S. Open. I'm Jon Levey with Peter Bodo for Tennis.com's U.S. Open Report.